What do I wish I had known before I became a real estate agent? If only I had known, right? The deaf agent here. Today we're going to be talking about some of the things that I wish I had known. And this isn't going to be a Debbie Downer kind of thing. This is a here's a heads up kind of thing. I might even have some solutions. You never know. Stick around and find out. The first thing I wish I had known was how much paperwork. There's paperwork, just non-stop. If you're busy though. If you're not busy, there's no paperwork. But you want to be busy though. But how do I get through this? Because I hate paperwork, I hate office work, I hate all that stuff. I hate it. I hired a transaction coordinator that loves it. And so it worked out perfect. They love it, I hate it, let's just roll with it. So my transaction coordinator is a licensed realtor. And one of the reasons why that makes a difference is they can talk numbers and they can do something that people who aren't licensed realtors cannot do. So check in wherever state you're in, whatever the restrictions or regulations are, just to kind of see how things work on your end. But I hired a transaction coordinator, worked every penny. Number two, always on call. If you don't answer your phone and they're looking for somebody to list their house or maybe to go show them a house and you don't call, they're just gonna call the next one. So you kind of live by the phone and it kind of sucks for some people. For me, it doesn't matter too much because I'm deaf. So most of the phone calls that come through, if I'm not around anybody, I won't even answer it to begin with, but I will shoot them immediately a quick text. You know, this also kind of buys me a little bit of time in case I'm doing something. But don't be afraid to go straight to text, especially nowadays. You might lose a couple of the older generation, but for the most part, I've found that people are pretty responsive once you engage with them in text. They just want to know that there's somebody there. And that kind of helps me out. Don't try to go crazy while you're driving or anything like that. Just be mindful though that on the weekend, during the week, you might have plans. Oh, that's another thing. Most of your plans are going to be tentative. Now, keep your plans with your family and your friends, and like if you have get-togethers and stuff that you're doing, whatever, that solid plans. But as far as day to day, be flexible. Make sure that you become accustomed to being flexible. Because if you don't show up, somebody else will. I promise you that. It's not always a smooth transaction either. I've had some that just went perfect, right? Everything you could think of, it was a beautiful thing. And then some that are just one dumpster fire after another. And they're gonna come and go. And that's part of the deal. That's part of the package. That's part of why you're getting paid what you get paid. Is you're dealing with the stuff that they don't have to deal with. And by they, I mean your clients. I can go through some horror stories, but I can also go through some beautiful stories. So you're gonna hear a lot of things from other agents about all this and all that. Just listen to learn rather than have an emotional response to it. Because if you have an emotional response to it, it's gonna make things a lot more heightened. And when things become a lot more heightened, it causes more stress on your buyers and your sellers. So just be ho-hum. I always tell my clients, we're not going to celebrate until we get to the closing table. After then, I'll jump around with you, I'll do whatever. Do not become emotionally attached. After I hand you the keys, or you hand me the keys to give away, then we celebrate. But until then, everything's even keel, all right? So just remember that. And also try to kind of be there for your clients, because a lot of times this is an emotional time period. They lost a loved one, which is why they're selling. They are downsizing because of a divorce, which is why they're buying. I mean, there's all kinds of things, empty nesters. Just be kind of cognizant to the fact that they might be going through something. This next part is about marketing, and I'm going to keep it very short because I still don't really know exactly what I can and can't say. But understand your rules and regulations of wherever you are. I don't care if you're in Wyoming. I don't care if you're in Florida, which is where I'm at, in the Space Coast. I don't care if you're in Georgia, New York, wherever it is. Everybody has their own rules and regulations. It gets real weird and it can get real tricky sometimes. So the way I get around it, I should say, is I am very vanilla as far as marketing. I market myself more than I market being a realtor. That's the best way that I can put it, because as a person, I can say whatever I want. As a realtor though, I have to kind of learn how to pivot and learn how to say things that are not going to get me in trouble, okay? I'll give you an example of something, and I think It is what it is, whatever. For example, you're on this page right now, or this channel for YouTube, and it's called The Deaf Agent. And in case you didn't know that, look up, it says The Deaf Agent. The reason why I said The Deaf Agent is because I was going to use The Deafest Realtor. Because I'm deaf, I love hip hop, The Deafest Realtor. I love all genres, but I do love hip hop. So I was going to use The Deafest Realtor, which is an idea that I got from a friend of mine that I interviewed on the channel for Shaquan. His name is Adam. And I got told, no, you can't do that because you can't use a word that describes the realtor. So I can't use the deafest because it's a description of the type of realtor I am. So things like that, I didn't know. I didn't get in a lot of trouble or anything like that, but they do watch out for you. And the other thing is, you don't want to give other agents, because this is very cutthroat business. I'm telling you right now it is. You see people that are, a lot of people that are maybe aren't doing as well as you, or maybe going through a dry spell, and they start to feel that some type of way, and they see anything you do and they will report you because they can do it anonymously. I'm not going to say what it is, but you know, I know, we both know. We kind of see it, right? Yeah. But just be careful with the marketing part. If you have any questions, just go down to your commission. Like for us, it's the Space Coast Association of Realtors. You just go down there and you say, hey, can I speak to the person in charge of MLS? Or can I speak to the person who, for social media or whatever? And they are super helpful. So if you have a mentor, which I strongly suggest you get, no matter, do not get into this without a mentor. Do not. If you don't have a mentor, just move along. Find a brokerage that does, okay? But even if they don't have the answers, a lot of times the association will help you. So don't forget that. So go try it. It's free. Go talk to them, all right? Number 6, kind of touching on what I just touched on about realtors, it's cutthroat. And because I read lips, and people are probably going to turn their backs to me a whole lot more now, but because I read lips, guys, I've seen people who are just super genuine going up to other realtors and, hey, how's it going? And everybody's just having this beautiful conversation, and then you read the lips of the people while they're walking away, you read the lips of the people just talking all kinds of trash about them. And it's like, hold on a second. Now, I know you get that in anywhere you go, but when you combine that with the fact that they be careful what you say, be careful what you do, be careful what you post, be careful what you're marketing. Yeah, because it is cutthroat, and it is cutthroat. Have some thick skin. But the other thing you have to also understand is, it is very cutthroat, but it also has to be. I know that's not going to be a popular opinion, but you have to be kind of cutthroat because you're representing clients and their best needs. Damn be whoever wants to try and take that away from them, because no, it's not going to happen. And you kind of have to be able to throw some punches. You have to be able to stand your ground. You have to be able to have facts to back up what you're saying, and it gets dicey sometimes, you know. But hopefully, if you're watching this and you know this, you have a good mentor with you. Get a mentor, and they can kind of help protect you and back you up if need be while you're learning, at least. Because the school's going to teach you a lot, but it's not going to get you prepared at all for what you're going to be having to deal with in the real world. Realtors can be more difficult than your clients. That is something that I want to touch base on real quickly. I don't know what I don't know, and I won't claim to know. Okay? So if I don't know something, I'll go to the source of wherever it is. Zoning, permit, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. The building regulations, HOA, whatever it is. If I don't know, I don't know. There are a lot of people out there, because of their ego, that they will act like they know everything. This is a very dangerous place to be. Do not do it. If you don't know, just say you don't know, because you're going to find yourself in a whole lot more trouble than it's even worth. If you don't know, you don't know. Let me find out for you. Or here's where you can find out X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. But there are a lot of agents out there that think that they have to know everything and they don't. It can get really difficult to deal with, because it's almost like they're trying to educate them while trying to sell a house or buy a house at the same time, while you're trying to get a deal to the table, while getting resistance. And that kind of goes in with not everything's a true smooth transaction. Most agents know what they're talking about. Most realtors know what they're talking about. And most realtors are not hard to get along with. But there are a few. Man, those few, they can go do something with themselves. They can go where they gotta go, because no. Another thing that I wish people had told me about is out-of-pocket cost. So we have electronic boxes called ELBs that run through Super. So you have those on every house just about that you go through. And those have a monthly cost to them. Some of them have combination locks and stuff, things you gotta buy. You have to pay for your signposts. You have to pay for people to put them in and take them out. Or you can do it yourself. You still gotta pay for them to get made though. You also have to pay for your brokerage. Different brokerages charge different amounts. Some don't charge anything. There's just different ways you can go about that, and there's a dime a dozen, right? There's cost for mailers, cost for advertising on Facebook. If you want to do a sponsored ad because of a video you made or something like that. There are a lot of costs. So I spend roughly 20% of what I make on just those things alone, not including anything else that I have to spend money on. And that's kind of, you pay what you want to pay to do what you want to do. Not everybody wants to do the same thing. Some people just want to do the bare minimum. So it only costs you, I would plan maybe 10 to 20% of what you make. Also keep in mind, and a lot of people get caught up in this, taxes are going to come whether you want them to or not. Take your money and put it aside. I take half of my money and I put it aside. I'll put it in an investment or whatever it is, just to kind of earn a little bit while I can, because you're going to have to pay taxes. Get yourself a good CPA to kind of offset that. Car payments, gas is huge. You don't realize how much gas you're going to spend money on until you become a realtor. I'm telling you right now. I fill up my tank probably 3 or 4 times a week. No, literally 3 or 4 times a week, and I don't get bad gas mileage. Okay, so I just do a lot of driving, and that also comes with the territory. I don't just sit and do the bare minimum. I drive through neighborhoods. I educate myself. I probably go to, right now I've been kind of laying off a little bit. I'm going to be starting to go back up. I probably preview 20 to 30 homes a week, just to see what's in the area, see what the market says, to see those different types of things. Again, I go above and beyond. So if you want to do the bare minimum, it's going to cost you a whole lot less. But I got some place to be, you know? I hope I see you guys there, but I got some place to be. One thing that I wish somebody had told me about in the beginning is when you sign up with the broker, you're probably going to very quickly understand what commission splits are. So you have a broker, you go to them. They're probably going to charge you a little bit for being a part of their brokerage. And then you have your split, what you keep and what the broker keeps. Keep in mind that when you are a real estate agent, your broker is the one who gets paid, and then the broker pays you. It's not going to go straight to you. For example, I have 3 listings right now. Technically, though, they're not my listings. Even though I'm the one that signed them, I'm the one that did all that, they're my broker's listing. So my broker, when I sell those 3 properties, they're going to get the money, and then they're going to pay me out of that money. That money that they pay me is part of my split. So just be mindful of that there is a commission split. In the beginning, you're looking at 50, 60%, and then as you move along, you're looking more towards 70, 80, some offer 100% to you. Keep in mind, you get what you pay for, and there's a lot of things that are associated with that. So just be mindful of that, okay? Again, you're gonna hear me say it 1,000 times, guys. Find a good mentor. If you don't have a mentor, move along until you do. I mean it 100%. Look, I've been in business. I have been in a lot of things, marketing, advertising, business. I've been in so many things. I was not prepared for what real estate was going to throw my way. And it kind of humbled me a little bit, to be honest with you. Get a mentor. My mentor, amazing. She is the most amazing. I might even do a video with her one time soon. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You never know. But she is absolutely amazing. And she has protected me and helped me out with so much that I did not know. She's gone to bat for me. There are times when agents have been trying to be slick, and I'm explaining to her that I'm confused now because this and this and this, and she goes, hold up, they said what? Put them on the phone. And then it gets straightened out real quick because someone tried to get slick with me and pull one over on me knowing that I was a new agent. You can know all that you know from whatever you've done. Real estate is a whole different ballgame. Get a mentor. I cannot stress that enough. I would not even go into a brokerage if they did not have a mentor that could take me under their wing and spend the time they needed with me. I will wait until I move along. I will even take, and I know it sounds crazy, I would even take a lower split to get a great mentor. Absolutely, all day long, 100%. All right? You should do the same. Do not be fooled. Do the same. The last thing is, it doesn't matter how much school you do. It doesn't matter how much you remember from all the things you've done in the past. Real estate is a hands-on learning experience. And the school that you go to get your licensing, yeah, that helps you get your license. That's not going to teach you what you need to know to be a real estate agent. And it's damn sure not going to teach you what you need to know to be a great real estate agent. That's going to take time, and that's going to take experience, and that's going to take you putting your ego aside and saying, what do I need to learn today? The time that you're going to need to put in, I wake up at 4 a.m., sometimes 4:30 if I'm feeling kind of sluggish, but I wake up at 4 a.m. and I spend that time, after meditating and praying, I spend that time learning, I spend that time reading, I spend that time catching up on the markets, because I want to be so far ahead of the rest of the day that when everybody else is waking up, I've already finished half of what I had to finish for that day. And then the rest of the day is focused on me trying to market, advertise, help my clients, do showings, whatever. All that stuff is already done that I feel like it's work. It's not really, because I like learning and stuff. But all that work stuff is already done. And now I can focus on the selling, marketing, showing, the actual day-to-day doing stuff, previews, all that kind of stuff. But don't get too bent out of shape about all that you have to learn with the schools, because they are great and they do teach you the basics. But it's going to be nothing like the hands-on you're going to be learning when you're in a real estate agent. And working under a mentor. Again, you're going to hear me say this 100 times. Mentor, mentor, mentor. Get one. Do not settle for anything. Get one. Okay? Even if you have to take a split cut, get one. Alright? But yeah, real estate is a hands-on learning experience for sure. And but listen, I know we're kind of running out on time here, but if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. Drop something in the comments. I'll try to answer as quickly as I can. If you have any questions, ideas, things you'd like for me to talk about, I'm all ears. You see what I did there? I'm all ears. I'm really not. Well, I've got 2 ears, just only one of them. Actually, neither one of them work really well, actually. That's why I'm the deaf agent. Yeah, I should stop. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. If you have anything you want me to talk about or have any questions, let me know, alright? Talk to you later. Bye.